facing the police every single day.
This is where the people are.
And there's this random guy I saw on the street.
I know.
He's got this sign. I don't know, this guy's fucking weird.
I know, right?
Look at this sign.
Jury nullification.
Yeah, who wants to jurify a
No
nullie?
victim, no crime. And does everybody know how this started? Prohibition. That's how we got rid of prohibition. We voted not guilty. You know what I mean?
I'm doing deep.
That's correct. So we're letting people here know with flyers, man. Oh, she doesn't want to be on camera. She's camera shy.
Hey, Shire County, this is Shire County Cop Watch, and I got to do a quick story on this. So after a year of being shut down because they hate free speech here in Punta Gorda, my lawyer said, well, I was on probation, don't do it because they'll turn it into a crime illegally again. So I didn't, and now that that's finally over, I went out with jury nullification because of what I saw in jail is atrocious. They're literally making homeless people every single day. They're keeping them in there long enough where they lose everything. If you're in there for a week, you lose half your stuff. If you're in there longer than a week, you lose your house, your car, your job, and you literally are walking out homeless. And people wonder why we have so many homeless people here. It's because the sheriff and the court are making people homeless here, period. There's no work release. There's no weekends where you can do your jail time. There's no halfway houses. There's nothing. It's just, let's completely fucking destroy your life, make you a homeless person where you have to live with homeless people, and they might be not on their property, on somebody else's property. Then they rearrest them, and it's an insane vicious circle. And so I've been doing jury nullification, which is basically, this is how we got rid of prohibition and slavery. You have the right to vote not guilty. And if the law is no victim, no crime, if you feel it's unconstitutional, if you feel the punishment for the crime does not fit the crime. So I do that, and I'm not saying they posted this because of me, but I am telling you, everything else I've done, they've retaliated ASAP, and here it is right here. We uphold the right to an impartial jury. Here's a problem. They're not telling the jury anymore. That, and in fact, they found out it's law. So if I was called for jury and I talked about jury nullification, that's illegal. You can't do that. That you have the right to vote not guilty. You do not have to find the person guilty. And, yeah, so I can't even do it there. So I'm not even at the court, and apparently this is a good subject to stay on because people don't realize, again, like I said, this is how we got rid of prohibition. This is how we got rid of slavery, a lot of things. Prohibition, people were sick of it. A drug is a drug, man. Alcohol was a drug. They banned it, and it actually made it worse. So we finally started voting not guilty, and they finally got rid of it. Same thing with slavery. What they were doing with slavery is they made a law back then that said, even if you're in the North, you don't believe in slavery, if you see a slave and you don't turn him in, you will be charged. So they literally threatened them with arrest if they did not take the slave and give him back to a Southern slave owner. It was disgusting. So they started voting not guilty. And finally we got the slaves, the blacks were freed. So this is interesting. I don't think it's my tinfoil hat. I think it's real. I'm not even on the court grounds, and I'm letting people know about jury nullification and their right, and how this is one way you can take your goddamn country back, because our founding fathers didn't fight for everything to be illegal and for us to be a police state and have the most laws, local, state, and federal, on the books in the world, and the most people in jail and prison than the whole rest of the world. Florida ranks number 3. 2 industries here in Florida. One is snowbirds and one is policing for profit. Sadly, ask me how I sadly personally know.